What's up guys, Intelitech Mobile here, and we are filming a video with my recently unboxed Galaxy Note 20. And sorry about that sound, I don't know what that was. And we are using the wide angle lens, so that way I don't have to have the tripod annoyingly far away. So let me know if it looks wonky or not, especially at the edges of the frame. If it looks too bad, then I'll switch back to using the normal lens and just have to have this all the way up. But if it's good enough, then I'll leave it. Ooh, my fingers look stretchy. So that's pretty much that. But what we did get today is a Galaxy Note Fan Edition. Now, you might be wondering, wait, I thought you already had one. Well, I do, but the same seller had another FE. In fact, they have two other FEs. And I want to get an FE in every color because I love the Note 7, I love the Note Fan Edition, and I don't want to use this gold one because, well, it's just so pretty. I don't want to get it all scratched up. So I bought a black one. Now, normally I prefer blue. Sorry about that, little interruption. But I generally prefer blue when it comes to just any phone, but especially with the Galaxy Note 7 and Fan Edition, because of course the Fan Edition is a Note 7. So my actual Note 7 is the blue coral. And this actually was originally a black one, but I repaired it, spending several years trying to find the correct parts, and I eventually did, although the adhesive doesn't quite line up, so the back is a little loose, and I haven't replaced the SIM card tray. It's still the original, but I did replace the pen and everything. So this was a black Verizon unit, and I installed the Sprint firmware on it since it has the least bloatware and it performs the best without lag, even better than the original Verizon firmware, and now it's blue. So, but unfortunately I can't use this because Android Marshmallow is pretty unsupported as of late. As you can see, it still works for basic stuff, but I had to sideload a lot of this. So a Fan Edition was the way to go because my Note 9 has been having issues, so I needed a phone to use in the meantime. And now, granted, I paid $200 for this FE. For 99.9% of people, that's a stupid idea because, you know, again, I spent $200 on either. This one was $175, but I spent $200 on this. I don't know why, but this I spent $200 on a year ago, and it's 2 generations newer. So nobody should do what I just did. Nobody should buy an FE for $200. It's not worth it. But in my case, I'm a little crazy, and I want to do a review on the Note FE. And yes, I already have one, but I want to have one that I can actually use as a daily for a few weeks in preparation for the full review, because I'm eventually going to pick up a Galaxy S20 Fan Edition, and I'm going to do something that no other YouTuber has ever done. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison between the two to see which is the superior Fan Edition. The Fan Edition that's a complete flagship, or the Fan Edition that's a few generations newer but more budget and missing some features. Which one will be the better buy? I think that'll be an interesting video. So, of course, the shipping label's on the bottom, so we're going to open it this way. Ooh, this is really not wanting to open. Actually, I might just have to open this the proper way. So it has a pull tab, but the shipping label is right over it, so it's not really going to work. This is a bit crazy. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now, because I always open everything, even if it is the same device, I've never done an unboxing of this FE on this channel, so we're going to unbox the black one. It's a big blob of not styrofoam, what is this called? Bubble. How did I forget the name of this? Bubble wrap? Bubble wrap, yeah. So we're just gonna gently, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is just a big wad of bubble wrap. But this is, you know, the actual legit unboxing. I think my knife isn't as sharp as I thought it was. Did I just cut myself? No, I didn't. It was just the back of the knife. Okay, so we're unwrapping layers and layers. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to unroll it from this point on. We'll take the knife and we'll put it in its little holster. Okay. Yeah, this one's packed a little bit more funnily than the last one. But hey, as long as it arrives safe. Oh, I'm starting to see the phone. As long as it arrives safe, I couldn't care less. Layers and layers and layers. Layers and layers. Let's see. Layers and layers. Okay. So here's our charging brick. Now, of course, Korean brick, but since I'm a US buyer, she gave me this little adapter. I'm not going to use this. I actually still have the one from my last Effie somewhere. I'm not sure what I did with it. I think it's sitting over here. So I have two of these now. So if I ever travel to Korea or know somebody who travels to Korea or whatever country uses this plug, I can give these to them. So in the meantime, there's that. Doesn't hurt to have international travel adapters. Okay. Woohoo. And here it is. Couple little bits of something. Oh, is that a scratch? Oh, that's a deep scratch right there. Okay, so this one already is in worse condition than my gold one because the gold one was perfect. This one is slightly less than perfect. KoreanBro.com, which is not where I bought this from. I bought this from, oh, is the autofocus not working? Or does the autofocus not work on the wide angle? So, KoreanBro.com. What do we do? Place order in the Korean market. Okay, interesting. So, again, got some little bits of dust right there. So, based on the, ooh, oh wow, we've got a good gouge right there. So, this was described as like new condition, but to be fair, this was the last black one they had. She had a few different black ones. Ooh, this one's got some gnarly scratches on the bottom right there. It'll focus. Maybe if I go back to the standard. There we go. So we've got a few scratches. Oh, dang, and that's unfortunate. We've got a good amount of scratches right by the USB port. Man, for some reason, autofocus on this Note 20 is completely bugged. I don't even have the option. Usually it'll pop up a thing that says autofocus and I can manually select it. It's not showing up here. There we go. You can see there's some scratches. Also, I just realized this is a Note 8 S Pen. That's not a big deal. I do have some genuine black Note 7 S Pens, so that's not the end of the world, thankfully. But if I didn't have one, I'd be a little annoyed. But, you know, at least on the black it looks fine, as opposed to like the blue where it would be completely bad. Okay, so let's power this up. And since this is the black one, thankfully, it actually has the black startup screen. SIM card tray looks good. So, yeah, so it's got some little dings. Honestly, okay, so this one's SK Telecom. Now, this Effie is SK Telecom. And this Effie, I actually downgraded to Android Oreo. But this one, as you get, oh, this has burn-in too. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so this, well, okay, I'm a little upset because, I mean, I paid $175 for this one, and this one's perfect. Literally perfect. And I paid Now, in both cases, both of these were listed for 340 for 350, 349, which is especially way too much. I mean, that's how much a Note 20 Ultra goes for, which is why in my case I offered 200. But I assumed, you know, because I offered 175 on this initially, because that's what I paid for this. So I thought, okay, that's fair. And I even said that in my message. I said, you know, hey, you accepted my gold one for 175. I want to get this one as well. And yeah, so I guess we'll just blow through the setup real quick. So use my screen privacy policy. Skip for now. Let's see, it's gonna ask about my Wi-Fi. We're gonna skip that for now. Let's see, Soul. That's my gold one going off. Okay, so this is my gold one now. Okay, put in my pin. So yeah, this gold one is perfect. You can see I even configured the home screen to look like the default home screen on the Note 7, just because I'm weird. But yeah, so you can see right there, this one's perfect, and I downgraded it to Android Oreo because you can do that, thankfully. The Note FE was not, the binary on the FE was not updated enough to block that. So, but you can see on this one, if I open this up, I've got tracking numbers in there. Let me go to an actual blank page. So, I mean, even if I go to the settings where it's all white, you can see on this one there's no burn-in, and this is the one I got for 175, which again, that's a fair price for a fan edition. Is for a mint fan edition, but without a box and without any original accessories, I'd say 175 is fine, because it's going to be, you know, I would say it's about the same as a Note 8, because it's the same age as the Note 8, and even though it costs a little bit less, it's a bit rarer, so I'd say that balances out as far as price goes, because nobody is realistically going to pick this over a Note 8 unless they're a phone collector at this point. And also, here's the black, shut up, put that on, so, put that on mute. So, here's the black Onyx Note FE versus the Midnight Black Note 8. So, now I don't own a black Note 9. My current Note 9 is silver. So there's that, and then somewhere around here I have a black Note 5 that we can also compare this to. So there's black Note 5, which is the black sapphire. So which color do you like better? Let me know in the comments. Do you like black sapphire? Do you like black onyx? Or do you like midnight black? And then of course there's a bunch of other new Samsung black colors there. There's Phantom Black, there's Mystic Black, there's, you know, you get the idea. But out of these three, which one do you prefer? So we've got black sapphire, which in some lights looks bluish and has silver accents. We've got black onyx, which is completely black, and unlike the black onyx on the S7 and S7 Edge, this has a blacked out frame, but it's not a shiny black, so you can still at least see your ports, which is my biggest complaint about the Midnight Black, is that since this is all blacked out, it's really hard to see the ports when you're trying to plug stuff in, especially in the dark. So, yeah. So, a little disappointed. I'm gonna reach out to the seller, but no matter what, I'm not returning this. But I am gonna try to see if I can't get a little bit, maybe a little bit of a kickback, since this one's in worse condition than the one I paid less for. But so far, it does appear to be working. One flaw that my gold one had is which I turned it off anyways, but the backlight for the back button was like, there was like some of the laminate like covering it, so it looked a little funky, but I always turn these off anyways, so I couldn't care less about that. But it's something that some people might care about. So let me change this to and since I did put my gold one on Oreo, I'm going to use this one on Pi. So I'm also going to test out the battery life between these two units and see how well an FE fares as far as battery life. So if you're comparing an FE to a Note 8, it's very similar. We got 3,200 milliamp hours on the FE, and we've got, I keep wanting to say Note 7. Well, we've got 3,500 on a stock Note 7, but this one I replaced with a 32. So FE is 32, Note 8 is 33, so very similar. But in the battery life, you could argue it's the same because... Sorry about that interruption. My fiance was peeing, and the bathroom plaster tile that the previous owners installed just completely fell on his head. So now our bathroom roof, or not roof, bathroom ceiling is missing a bunch of chunks. So that's not good. But anyways, back to the phone. So this particular Note FE, well, it's not in the best condition in the world, and you know, it could be better. As long as it works, you know, I think I can deal with it. But again, I will still try to reach out to the seller. And, but yeah, I kind of wish I had bought the blue one instead, because the blue one was in better condition. And I kind of realized, so the only picture they had, that this seller had of the phone, was with the always on display. And I think I know why, because when the screen's black, you can't see the burn-in. So, that's a little unfortunate, but what are you going to do? And also, it's important to know that, you know, a lot of people are under the impression that the FEs don't say Samsung on the top, and it's only some carriers in Korea, because both these are Korean phones and they've never been opened, and yet they say Samsung on the front. So it seems to just be dependent on the carrier. But the interesting thing that does confuse me is that I was under the impression that SK Telecom units didn't say Samsung, because, well, all the other unboxings I've seen of the FE were SK Telecom ones, and they didn't say Samsung. So maybe the screen was replaced, not sure. But either way, it's a little disappointing. But I guess the one advantage to that is it means that I can easily use this, and and there's a vacuum running. So, yeah, okay. So, so yeah, either way, this is my unboxing of the Note FE. After I review this Note 20, at some point in the future, I'll do a poll to see what you guys want me to review next, and the Note FE will be in that poll, but it might be the one I review after that, or maybe 2 or 3 after. It just depends. So yeah, that's my unboxing and acquisition of the Samsung Galaxy Note Fan Edition in black onyx. So that's good. So here is the FE compared to my Cloud Silver Note 9, which they're not the same color, but yeah, it's fun to see the difference. So there is that. And we'll also, now that I have a black Note 7-ish, so I own a black and a gold Fan Edition, and I own a blue and a silver Note 7, which means collectively I have all the colors of the Note 7 and Note Fan Edition. So let's do a quick little comparison of all the colors, and let me know which one is your favorite, if you even care. Okay, for some reason I can't find my silver Note 7, so in the meantime, here's the black, the blue, and the gold. And the silver roughly looks like this, not quite. The Cloud Silver is a bit different than the silver. If I had a silver S7 Edge, that would show what the silver looks like, but, you know, because the silver between those two is exactly the same as is the gold. So, but the blue coral and the black onyx are a little different on the S7 Edge. So you get a rough idea. You get a rough idea on this, but these are the actual colors on the 7 and the FE. So pretty good. So yeah, well, this one isn't in the best condition. I'm still happy with it. So let's see, English, United States, and yeah, let's go. So this is Intelitech Mobile signing out with my unboxing and acquisition of the Samsung Galaxy Note Fan Edition directly from Seoul. So that is that. Now, I guess before we go, I do have a couple nice black cases. Now, I was at one of those places, I forgot what it's called, but it's like one of those Amazon pallet, like liquidation return places. They had a bunch of phone cases. I was looking through trying to find anything for a Note, and the only thing I found were those stupid cases with the rings that twist. I hate those. And then just some generic crap that's not protective. But I randomly saw this, a Spigen Thin Fit for a Galaxy Note 7. So, of course, I've had it on the black and the blue, or on the gold and the blue, but of course, you know, it looks fine on those, but it's not really designed for this blue. I believe they did make a thin fit in this blue color, or close to it, but I could be wrong. But they definitely made it in black. So on this black, I'm sure it'll look very, Yeah, okay, that's very clean on the black. So if you like the form factor of the very small Note 7, at least small for a Note, there you go. You got a nice case that's a bit grippy. Still struggles with fingerprints just like the original back, but at least it's not glass that'll break. And the inside's a bit softer too, so if you drop it on the back, you probably won't break it, but it might still break. And you'll definitely break it if you drop it on the front, since there's no front protection. And God forbid you hit one of these corners. So yeah, we got a Spigen Thin Fit right there. So we've got that. We've got my Incipio Dual Pro Shine. Again, this is one I've rocked quite a bit, but this one has some issues with it. See, this part doesn't like to line up, and as you can see, I took it out one day and it cracked. So not the best, but the kind of gray frame around the black phone looks pretty nice. So this is probably the most comfortable out of all my Note 7 cases, because a lot of them aren't comfortable because they didn't really perfect a case that wrapped around the curved screen. But yeah, these aren't all my Note 7 cases, but I'm just showing off the dark ones that I think would look good. So, well, I guess I said dark, but then here's a pink Tech 21 case, just for fun. If I can get it in there, it's a bit sticky. There we go. I don't like Tech 21 cases though, because these buttons are intense. But I got this case for like 99 cents, so you know, we can't really complain too much. But it's a pink, and of course I got the pink because it was the cheapest out of all the colors. So the pink is obviously more so designed for the blue coral, since the blue coral is kind of the girliest color, that or the gold. Actually, I don't think I've never seen what this looks like on the gold. Let's see what it looks like on the gold. Although we never got gold in this. Oh, that looks nice. Okay. That looks nice on the gold. Okay. There we go. So, but again, the focus is supposed to be the black one, since that's what we're unboxing today. So, we've got somewhere around here, okay, and then I've also got a spec candy shell, and unlike the ones on the Note 10, this one actually fits pretty okay. You gotta kind of wedge it in there. And the corners don't like to go in, but unlike the Tech 21, these buttons are actually kind of nice, although the corners are a bit sharp. Shows off the color, kind of grays it out a little bit, not too shabby. I can tell the back is at least adhered on properly, so this definitely wasn't opened, because a lot of people screw that up. And then finally we got UAG. So here's the Ash UAG. Can never go wrong with a UAG case, although that is how I broke my last FE, was in a UAG case. It was in the ice one, so that's why I don't have that one anymore. But the Ash one looks really good on the black. If you still want a clearer cover to shine through your phone. Now, not like you can really find any of these cases anymore, so that's another reason not to go for an FE, because you can't really find accessories. But here's the black one. Got this one from Zach Cernock. This is the one that he used for a while on his black Sprint Note 7. So, of course, that looks really good. And between these two black cases, this is the one I like the most. Although I'd probably get another one, since that one has a fake IR blaster cutout. Pre-launch, what are you gonna do? The Ash one doesn't have that. Or wait, no. Yes, it does. It has a weird cutout for the IR blaster they never put on these. And then, finally, we've got Griffin Survivor Clear. You used to be able to buy these at Walmart. And that's the only reason why I have this case, is because I bought one at Walmart back before I had a black Note 7 dummy that looked just like this. And this is what it looked like. Only this one is real. So that looks pretty good, honestly. I'm really liking that look. Although again, there's another one where the buttons are kind of hard to push, but every button on all these are way easier to push than the Tech 21. This is why I can't stand Tech 21 cases, because there's no screen protection pretty much at all, and the buttons are a mile away from the phone. So, and in this case, the back is really, really slick and hard. So if you drop this on the back, it would just completely break the back, because there's nothing to absorb the impact. This one's a little bit better. It's at least a softer plastic. So that's it. So this is my unboxing and acquisition of the Samsung Galaxy Note Fan Edition. I paid way too much money for this. It's not in the best condition, but it's certainly passable. So again, not passable for the price I paid, but if I can get like a $50 maybe a refund on this, maybe bring it down to like $150, so that way it's at least cheaper than this gold one, then I think I'd be happy with it. So yeah, that's about it. This is Intellitech Mobile with, in this channel's tradition, unboxing videos that take way too much of your time. But if you for some reason still enjoy it anyways, then consider dropping a subscription on this channel. Let's get this channel up to 1,000 subs. Hopefully by the end of, let's say, March. Is that an attainable goal? Well, let's shoot for it. Anyways, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. And this was my unboxing, again, of the Note Fan Edition. Review coming soon, as well as the review of the Note 20 and a bunch of other cell phones. Peace.